Yeah, certainly. I read an article today which talked about most SMBs haven't yet moved to the cloud, and replacing your traditional infrastructure on premise is still an okay thing to do. And for me, that's it's quite a backward looking article. But for me, I think again, it comes down to choice. It may well be relevant to replace your physical infrastructure on premise. But what we've seen with cloud-based telephony is not only is it innovative, it's really simple to predict how much it's going to cost per user, and it's fixed per user per month billing over, in this case, perhaps a 3-year or even longer. We've got some customers on now 5-year term agreements. So they understand exactly how much. When they employ 10 new starters, they know exactly what their cost is going to be for their call charges, for the getting a handset on the desk, etc., etc. So a completely different way of working, I think, with hosted telephony. And of course, the big benefits with hosted telephony is you've got enterprise-grade security, you've got enterprise-grade reliability, you've got multiple data centers, something most of our SMB customers could never afford to put into an on-premise solution. And that's similar to the infrastructure as a service offerings. They could never afford to invest in the level that an enterprise would invest in to protect their systems, but something like hosted telephony allows that. And of course, the whole mobile workforce and the move to mobile that we talked about earlier on, that move to mobile workforce is exactly where Gamma will be very, very successful, as we see more people working from their mobile phones and devices, soft phone clients, and obviously people wanting the physical desk phones. Things like the hosted telephony platforms allow all of those to operate seamlessly. The problems of the past, the Dalek voice, the kind of the really poor dropout rates and things like that, are probably the only thing that has slowed adoption. And I think if it hadn't been for those very poor early implementations, probably 5 to 10 years ago, we would have seen much more rapid adoption of cloud-based telephony services. That said, we are seeing huge volumes now coming through from our customer base. People are understanding that this technology is now reliable, it's robust, it's secure, it works really well, and most importantly, it's incredibly simple to maintain and manage, not the traditional programming languages of the platforms of the past. So we've got some fantastic technologies out there now around hosted telephony, and I think that there are great advantages for SMB customers to be considering them now.